Welcome to Nasdaq Trade Talks. I'm Jill Malandrino, Global Markets Reporter at Nasdaq. Joining us for the segment, we have Chris Dearborn, Managing Director on Nasdaq's Market Intelligence Desk, for an update on technical levels to watch in the Nasdaq 100 as stocks look to make a rebound following 3 weeks of losses and, of course, in front of big retail earnings this week. Chris, big week ahead, right? Particularly for the area that you cover, consumer, retail.
Really, there's a lot going on this week. But what's interesting is, following Friday's sell-off, the NDX has had a really nice rebound here today. So has the broader market, even though when you look into some of the economic data that came out this morning on durable goods and home sales, one can make a case that, good is bad and bad is good. Home sales came in, very, very strong, 8.1%. And durable goods came in below. But if you scratch through that top line number, you take out transportation, which is basically airplanes, it's actually a pretty strong number. So again, plays into that theory. But again, the expectation here is, what's the terminal rate going to be? Is it going to stay higher for longer? And is the economic data really continuing to be good? So it's a kind of a yin and yang type of item. Strong economic data, high inflation, what the Fed is going to do with it. So that's kind of what we're doing here. The path of least resistance, at least for equities, is still a little bit to the downside, but it doesn't mean that we can't have a significant rallies here and there like we did to start at the beginning of the year.
And Chris, let's take a look at your first chart here with fresh technical levels to look at the Nasdaq 100.
Right. So the index has had a tough couple of days. We talked about last week, we broke the Fibonacci retracement level of 38.2, which sits at about 12,283. But we have bounced on Friday, and again, holding it nicely today, the 200-day moving average, which sits at about 11,900. That's still kind of the big trading range when you look at where we are at the moment. But if you take a little bit tighter look at it, support sits at 12,060, which is where we sit right now. And if that fails, we're going to look to find support again at the 200-day moving average. On the resistance side, it sits really, really tight at 12,100, 12,150, and then at the 38.2 fib of 12,283.
And Chris, your final chart here, which constituents are leading the way?
Right. So it's actually 7 to 3 up to down. So 70 names positive, 30 names down negative. You've got some M&A activity, at least rumors thereof, giving SGEN a nice boost, headed up over 10%. Rivian seeing kind of a dead cat bounce off of the reports the other day. And Lee had a good day today. But Tesla's having a strong day, adding almost 27 points on the German factory news that they're kind of coming in ahead of schedule. On the flip side, there's not a lot that's down much over 1.5%. So really the big boys are kind of leaning towards the positive side, thus leading the index higher.
All right, Chris, appreciate the insight as always. Thanks for joining us on Trade Talks. I'm Jill Malandrino, Global Markets Reporter at Nasdaq.